But after too much hard work, Yujin felt like he was dozing off. As soon as he got home, he collapsed. Zaire also heard for the first time how Yujin became a one-man army, making it sound like a ghost story. The fog in his mind slowly lifted with Yujin's storytelling, and they both dreamt of living happily ever after. But it seemed like fate had scripted a drama of its own. Soon, Zaire discovered her son's diary in the secret cabin, as if opening Pandora's box. She finally grasped Cloud Country's tale, realizing she arrived on rainy season's first day. And that also meant she would leave on the last day of the rainy season. Looking at the calendar felt like time was an hour flying by. Starting that day, she began preparing for her farewell show, teaching her son how to take care of himself, like giving him a survival class. Watching videos of them as kids, Zaire couldn't help but tear up as warm and happy flashbacks flooded her mind. He felt so reluctant to part ways, wishing he could stay by their side forever. Watching his beloved woman cry like there's no tomorrow, Yujin's heart ached like it was being sliced. To prevent his wife's departure, Yujin painstakingly transported treasures with his friends each night. He toiled to fill the tunnel's entrance, unsure if it would work, but it was his last-ditch effort. However, fate clearly had other plans to mock him. The next day, a sudden downpour came crashing in, ruining everything. To prevent Mum's departure, the son even dared to dirty a classmate's dad's car. When Dad heard about his son's idea, he didn't scold him, but embraced him like a big bear, knowing the kid just missed his mum too much. He also did everything he could to keep his wife around, knowing deep down that true love would leave eventually. Today, though, man, he loved this rain. As long as it rains, that beloved woman wouldn't leave. The cozy hug seemed to envy everyone. That day, the school held an art festival. Yujin and Zaire promised to attend with their son, but an unexpected incident arose. Yujin had to rush to save a drowning tourist, while Zaire had to attend their son's performance alone. All the kids were excitedly sharing their dreams, as if they were hosting a dream conference. Some aspired to become professional soccer stars, while others dreamed of being rock legends. But the boys' dream silenced the audience completely. Everyone present was completely astonished, scarcely able to believe that a first grader could utter such heartfelt and astonishing words. While at this moment, Celia was already sobbing uncontrollably, her emotions utterly shattered. He wished Mom could stay by his side forever, but good times always seemed so short-lived. Even Cherish, the rainy season had to end when the sun shone. Zaire looked at the shadows under the sunlight, realizing it was time to leave, executing her silent departure plan. She didn't say farewell to her husband and son, but hurriedly walked back towards the train tracks alone. Meanwhile, the son dashed home with his backpack, only to find no trace of his mother after searching everywhere. It was only when he saw the Cloud Country fairy tale on the table that he realized Mom had likely gone to the train station. Staring at the tunnel filled with branches, Zaire realized everything was prepared by her husband just for her. This was truly heartbreaking. She walked through the tunnel brimming with branches, taking tiny steps towards the end, when suddenly she heard her son's anguished voice from behind. Kei. Her son came rushing, and Zaire's heart tightened in an instant. She never wanted to separate from her son, wishing more than anything that time could freeze right there. Meanwhile, Yujin was pedaling furiously, praying he could catch the last train, begging the heavens. But due to his speed, he nearly got hit by a train at an intersection, barely escaping that danger. Ultimately, he slipped and fell. Despite the pain shooting through his body, he couldn't care less as he sprinted towards Zaire. But due to exhaustion, his condition flared up again, and he collapsed on the ground. In a daze, he recalled the promise he made to Zaire that night, thinking, "That's my duty." He fought hard to rise up, deeply determined to grasp onto that glimmer of hope, shouting loudly, "Our Zaire will forever remain by our side. As long as we strive in the same direction, the mysterious forces will surely emerge." Perhaps heaven also took pity on this unfortunate man. At the last moment, when Zaire reached the end of the tunnel, Yujin finally arrived to see her one last time. They didn't share a warm embrace nor any sentimental farewells, but their love was communicated through their eyes. At that moment, they didn't care about life and death, for they knew they had each other, and there would be no regrets. Although Zaire's presence was fleeting, she left behind an eternal companionship in his life. In the days after Zaire left, Yujin and his son found their spirits lifted. They knew she hadn't truly left them. Even though Zaire wasn't physically there, she watched over them from Cloud Country, silently accompanying them. At night, flipping through his wife's diary, Yujin finally understood her love. Zaire had always liked him. Ever since their first meeting on the way to school, she had developed a crush on the shy, sunny boy. Later, finding they were classmates, she rejoiced secretly and was more captivated by Yujin. Until one chaotic moment when she accidentally nearly drowned. Their parallel lives finally intersected. After learning Yujin was left-handed, she pretended to, partnering up with him. The first time she held hands with her crush, Zaire felt like fireworks were bursting in her heart. But this encounter ended up being a disaster. The cringe-worthy moment made her want to find a hole in the ground to hide in.